Welcome back to episode 3 of Factorio, and I did want to show you a slightly different design. I did talk about it in the last episode of having mixed belts, and I just thought it'd be a neat thing to show. I think I saw this one on Exterminator's channel. That's Exterminator without an E at the start, just X and then Terminator with Matsuri, and it's the other kind of design. So I've got the copper coming all the way over from our copper mines down here. It's going underneath the coal belt and up, and the coal belt is being split off just using one of these splitters like we've shown before. And the only real difference is here, instead of let's just actually put these in, the upper belt is still in the middle just like before, but now I just need to use these like this. And the same on the outside. And the same here, but the opposite way around, obviously. And obviously I'll need to make more of them. You get the idea. The difference is you don't need any of these long-handled inserters because there's not two center belts. But you need a bit of finicky stuff up here. So what I'm going to do up here is create some more belts to start off with. I'm going to be short of those. Not just yet though. Yeah, there we go. And we're going to have the belts coming in something like this. You see that they're coming from the center spot, but pointing in different directions. And while I'm talking about this, let's have some light on the subject, shall we? There we go. That should make it a lot brighter. So here we're going to have a couple of splitters. One there. And one there, and that may look weird, and it is weird, but anything going into this splitter should go on this side of the belt, anything going this splitter should go on this top side of the belt, in theory, or yeah, that is the theory. So then we want an underground belt going this way, like this, and then we just loop this back on itself. Again, that does seem weird, but basically the coal's going to come in here and onto this one. Copper's going to go into here onto this one. Let's see if this works. I hope it does. It'd be slightly annoying if it didn't, but okay. Well, let's see what happens. And there we go. Kind of pretty. And now it's these inserters are going to insert both the coal and the copper, which is perfectly fine. I mentioned that the inserters will put stuff on the far side of a belt, but they will get stuff from either side of a belt. So, you know, don't worry about that. Just a few mechanics you should, well, worry about a little bit. But other than that, it's slightly more complex up here instead of this, but slightly less complex in here. Yeah. Either way, I don't mind too much. It's all pretty good for me. I like both routes. Let me just finish this off with some inserters when they've made them. Between the episodes, I got the stone wall research and the turret research. I did shoot a rock down, but then do I still have any rocks I can shoot just to shoot the weapons? There really aren't any rocks. This is really a good seed. Rocks do stop you from building stuff, so it is slightly nothing to shoot. Maybe I'll go and shoot some biters later, some of the aliens that were stranded on this this barren world with. I did actually want to just put just one there and one there. If I get close enough to put it there. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, it's now building iron plates, and where's our inserters? There we go. 2, 3. And I am very much in favour of simpler inserters. However, this ends up with dedicated lines, so there is an advantage there. But they're all running, apart from this bottom one that just needs a power pole. And I'll neaten up the power poles between the episodes because it's not OCD, but it's just wanting it built to look quite pretty. So, yeah, we'll see how we go on that one. So we have both copper and iron being produced now, and we can then run those outwards like this and decide what we want to do with them. What I'm probably going to do is a bit sneaky. I'm probably going to move this splitter up to about here and then split it that way into this so that we end up... In fact, let's just do that now. Yeah. This should be so much nicer once I do that. So that just gets rid of our fuel, I guess, for the iron side of things. Oops. I don't want to be digging up any of that. I will put a dog leg in this, but again, I'll neaten it up by moving the mining drills later. Like that, and then like this. There we go. And then we'll get a splitter, which is 4. And we're going to need to split it off. Yeah, just there would do. Then we can put belts back in, and we're going to need some underground belts like this way. For just make sure I get the right way around. Yeah, one there. And in fact, I only need that one. That should be it, I think. Yeah, that looks better. And it looks better because we have these belts coming out and they're both clean and they're both got fully what they refer to in this player community as fully compressed belts. You have everything neat and orderly. And from there, what I think I probably will have to do, unfortunately I'll have to, is get rid of these, because these two output lines are going to then be our kind of, I think the word is main bus or production bus. Let's just put this out here. So if I'm going to go up to 2, then from 2 to 3 and 3 to 4. I'm going to want at least 2 in the middle, maybe more. So let's actually just build this way. 2, 3, 4. That will do. So I've got 5 between them. That is actually fine, I think. Not quite so good. Maybe I'll offset this by 1. What I'm doing basically is building out what will become just a series of lanes that will have this stuff in them. So we'll use splitters. I don't have any spare on me. Let's just build some more. If I had some copper, which I've got plenty of now. So we're going to use splitters to output these onto multiple lanes. Let's just make 5 splitters. I'm going to need more than that actually, make 10. And we're going to duplicate this onto 2, then onto 3, then onto 4. And then whenever we need iron plates, we can just pull one off with either directly, just with an entire lane, or with a splitter. There is some for fairly complex stuff going on here in how this is done, and this is all about something called belt balancing, and it's a more advanced topic that I'm going to cover in this beginner stuff. But basically what happens is if I split it this way to here, the splitter splits things into half. So let's imagine this is 100%. Now this lane is 50, now this lane is 50. If I then split off from this one, this is 50, 25 up to here, 50 up to here, then it's 50, 25, 25. If I then split off from this one, it's then 50, 25, 12 and a half, 12 and a half. They're not balanced. The left-hand side one produces a lot more, or gets a lot more, than all the others. So belt balancing is about evening that out. I'm not going to cover it in too much detail until I actually figure it out in my own head. So do bear with me on that one. For the time being, at least to start off with, you can just start with something quite simple. So if we put one there, you'll get the idea. If I take this out and this out and put one there, and then do the same thing here, you'll see by the time we get to this point, we're now onto 4 belts. Then they're not actually balanced, but I don't care to start off with. What I'm trying to do is then make sure I have enough space through all of these so that if I need to get any of this stuff over here across, I can send them underneath. The maximum you can send these underground belts is 4, so 1 to there, that's the maximum. And if I want to go on to the next one, I need at least 2 in between any of the belts like this. You may not need 4, you can just do 2, then a 2 gap, then 2, then a 2 gap if you want to. Doesn't really matter too much at this stage, we can always rebuild it later. And that's just the important point to keep in mind, and keep everything nice and clean like this. And we'll run these down and across. That's why this is probably going to get demolished at some point. as is our science setup, because that was very, very temporary. Speaking of which, we should have picked something new, and I didn't. So, no, I don't want new. I probably will want steel at some point very, very soon. In fact, what we've got left only requires red. That requires red. So does that. By red, I mean the science packs, these ones. We haven't got green yet. Bullet damage is all red. And turret damage upgrade is that. So we're just going to have to go for steel, I think. Yeah, I'll just go for steel. I'm not going to do that just yet. Okay, so we've got that new design out of the way. Just thought I'd cover that one. And the whole production bus slash main bus slash centre bus. Oh, this terminology. If you want to define it exactly, let me know in the comments exactly what you think of each of those names. I haven't researched them too much. All I need to know is that this setup will work, whichever design you choose. From here, I probably will send the coal, I don't know, I'll move this coal line out up here in the cross, and everything will look quite nice. The coal, the copper's a bit odd in that it's all over the place, and I think later on we will get into trains by shipping it out from here or even further across. We'll get to that point. I should also, while I'm doing this, remember to craft myself some armor, which needs some plates, which is fine. I've got loads. Hold on F. That just will help against any attacks. There is an advanced version of armor as well. I don't really want too many gun turrets before I get to lasers. Everyone likes lasers. But I should automate stone walls, which just needs stone bricks. So why don't we do that one as well? Just so that if I need walls, I'll have it. And that again shouldn't be too bad. We can just get rid of this now. Let's just empty all of those. And let's just make a electric mining drill. Or two. Probably just one, I think. That shouldn't take very long. And then we can power it from here. There we go. I'm running out of space on my hotbar. Shift 5. And yeah. Let's put it there. And what I'm then going to do is make an automated setup. Or automated setup. Mispronounce that. I should set the filters on this toolbar. If you middle click on the toolbar, you can choose to set what the filter is. So whenever you make an item, it will always appear in that slot. I just never... We definitely don't want those. So if can I just get rid of that in my inventory and set that to always be belts maybe? Yeah, there we go. So you can't see any at the moment. But whenever we make any new ones, it should always appear in that slot. So yeah, we can get that going. From here, I just want to... Oh, there goes more. Is there anything I want? Steel furnace. That needs green. Tool belt. Second quick bar. That needs green. Slowly annoying. Everything's going to need green now. Hey, let's take bullet damage. Why not? So then we just want the assembly machine, and we should just be able to put it like this, because this is just going to make stone walls for us. I don't think... Well, maybe we should balance it. Yeah, why not? Let's just put it there for now. And let's say we want something like this. And like... yeah, like this. Do I have a splitter that I can use? Please, one more splitter. There we go. Rotate it. And then just put some belt down, which of course I should have that. It'd be nice if the filter made it always appear in that slot that I already have, but that's fine. And let's go there like that. And just fill this in with power. I'm going to need two like that. And now I can just put them in my box back. Let's grab an iron chest. And then I'll have stone if I actually need it. I probably won't need that much anymore, but I have it there. And this one I can choose to make walls, I think. Why won't you make that? Oh, okay, so it has to be made in... Okay, so I don't need an assembly machine. Yeah, I just need a furnace, which is fine. It's a shame I need coal for that, mind you. But, yeah, we'll revisit that later. Got more than enough coal. So that is just going to smelt up some stone. And then from there, again, we can just grab an inserter and another chest, which is here. And have it put those down, if I choose the right thing. There we go. And again, yet more lights, because when it goes dark, it's not very good. In fact, let's just put those down in a few other places as well. Hopefully that means we can now go from the dark YouTube age into a rather lighter YouTube age, at least at the night times, which is pretty good, I think. Let's put them down like this. They're very cheap to make, so we don't have to worry about it at this point. Okay, so we've got stone walls being made automatically. We're halfway through the episode, a bit over halfway, so we also want to automate some other things. I do want to revisit this science at some point. I think to start with, though, we should probably look at what we need to... In fact, let's just empty these out. And let's just pretend this never existed, at which point we're also going to need to get more coal at some point to our actual steam engine, otherwise we're going to run out of power. That's okay, I will split off from over here with something or other, my splitters. And again, you have to be a bit careful here in that this is halving things. So I've halved my coal output from my mines. I've halved it again here, so this is now a quarter and a half is going to go this way. It's never going to need, it's going to back up quite quickly, so I'm not too concerned about this side of things. I am, however, going to make sure, if I get this right anyway, I'm going to want some underground. There we go. And that should be covered, I think, when I have enough belts. They should pop onto that first toolbar. Yes, they have, so that's fine. That's working now. And that will supply everything. God, that's terrible. I probably need to send it down here and then across. I probably should, in fact, but I'm not going to do it right now. I'll rework all this off camera. Yes, to start with, I want to make some other things, and I'm probably going to have to fill in some of this lake as well. We're going to go down this way. What we're going to make? We're going to make belts. Yes, so one iron plate and one iron gear wheel. So everything's iron, so we can pull it off this main belt. We want some assembly machines, and that should do it. Maybe one further over. And that will make gear wheels, and then we just need iron plates. Yeah. Should that work? Maybe. Let's give it a try. So if we have it like that, we can tap off this main line, which actually still gets the most stuff here. And we can just run them past this way. And that, whoops, is going to make gear wheels. And in fact, no, it isn't. Yes, it is. No, that's fine. Gear wheels. This one is just going to make belts, which needs the gear wheels. So we're going to want some inserters. And I'm short of copper again. Much shorter run now, though. And make a few inserters. One to there. That into the final one. and then this into here, run the belt straight down, and then we just need power, which is going to come in from this direction. That should power them all. Even though it's slightly off, but that's okay. And that is now making belts. So we can then just put an inserter this way and put a chest in temporarily again. And we're going to need no power pole. There we go. All sorted. Automated belts. And you can do this with pretty much any kind of item that you actually need lots of. In this case, I'm going to limit this to, let's say 4. 200 belts at a time should be by far enough. And similarly, if we got anything else that we want, we just tap things off one of these 4 as we go through, trying to keep things even and nicely distributed. So I guess we could continue with this just by putting the underground things to use before we get this going. I'm going to need more iron plate, aren't I? Okay. Fine. We've got lots of it. And that does mean if I want to go not disturb this coal line, I can just do this kind of thing. It just gets a bit spaghettified if you don't keep things, as you keep going, keep refactoring, keep changing things just to keep it nice and neat. Otherwise, by the time you get to needing a lot more, you will be suffering quite badly over space. And in this case, let's just click on a power pole and see what our production. Yeah, as I expected, we are able to produce a megawatt, but we're needing pretty much a megawatt. So it's time to expand. And again, these boilers can cope up to 5 steam engines. So 3 and whoops. So temporarily, I guess I could be a bit sneaky and then use something like I need some iron plate. I'm not sure if you can send steam this way, but I'm going to give it a go. It's worthwhile rather than remodeling the landscape. Let's see if this works. Pipe to ground. What do you make? Can I send them like this to here? That doesn't seem right. That doesn't even look right. That's more like it. So will you work if I just hook you up to the power system? Yeah, you will. Cool. So you can send steam that way if you have the annoyance of these lakes. Which I do. But yeah, I'm probably going to demolish this middle lake if I can with landfill. And it's probably stopped producing. Yeah, it has stopped producing science packs because I'm probably out of copper again. Which is fine. We've got plenty now. So we've now got automated belts. We should probably also get automated inserters. Did I just pick up 145 transport belt? That's huge and amazing. So we should also automate. What was the other thing? We're going to need electronic circuits pretty soon, and that's the next thing to actually build. But inserters are always needed. So what do inserters need? Okay, yeah, that's going to be a problem. We can't build inserters before circuits, at least not automatically. You'll see, if we go and look at what we just built, belts, you see where it says iron plate and iron gear wheel? Well, that can be built in these assembly machines. Now let's put some lights on the subject. Have I got any more lights? Nebo copper. Yeah, so they can be built because they have 2 ingredients. You need the plate and the gear wheel. And that works just fine in this assembly machine. But the let's make a few lights. The inserters, however, need 3 ingredients: iron plate, iron gear wheel, and electronic circuit. And you can't combine 3 things in one of these first version of assembling machines, which means we need the second version, which means we need to get into research. And yes, we're going down the rabbit hole. So I'll probably leave this episode a little bit short, and we'll get on with that full steam ahead next episode. Oh, no, full steam ahead, no pun there. Yeah, full steam ahead next episode, and cover that all in one episode, because that's going to require a bit more tech. What have we got available for this? Electronics? No, that won't help. Is any of these going to actually give me automation 2? Is it automation 2? Automation 2. Yes, which requires electronics, so we have to do that next, which is fine. That is also red, so I can switch research to that. And as long as these are working, yeah, that electronics ticker is moving a bit slower than I'd like. So I probably want to rebuild this soon as well. The whole game is a process of this. You build up, and build up, and you end up having to rebuild things, refactor things, and it's a lot of fun getting some decent setups working. So I hope I'll see you next episode. Thumbs up if you like the episode, thumbs down otherwise. Feel free to subscribe and follow me on Twitter, and let me know in the comments below any questions. How have you liking this so far? Nice to have you watching, and I'll see you next time.